Welcome back to the channel, fam. Welcome back to the channel. This is Brian, the Introverted Marketer. Ain't hard to tell, it's simple. Now, earlier today, I did a video on SheetWiz, and you heard me mention a couple providers like OpenAI, Anthropic, Google Gemini, things of that nature, Open Router, File, and of course, Kie. So what I want to show you is the Kie platform itself and what it has to offer you, because you don't just have to use the Kie API in order to get access to these tools. You can actually use the tools on the Kie platform itself. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get on right on into it. We're here on the home page. You can see here we can do AI video generations, we can do AI image generations, we can even do AI music generations, and then have LLM and AI chats. Now you have access to all the APIs here, and here's some of the ones that they tout. VO 3.1, of course they have Image 4.0, Flux, Runway, Nano Banana, right? So we got some FAQs, right? So let's get into it. It's designed for developers and businesses, but also individual content creators such as me and those watching that needs access to these tools on a pay-as-you-go basis, don't want a subscription or want to supplement a subscription. So they do offer a free trial. So how their pricing model is a point-based system, making it cost-effective, and the pricing plans is available on the website, and we'll get into it. So of course, they have a bunch of different APIs that they provide for, and some of them are right here. And we're going to go through all of them and see what they offer. And they have documentation available for everything. And there's different ways that you can integrate APIs into your own workflows, your own system. I know Sean has integrated it in with SheetWiz so that you can use it just by putting your API key. But of course, you could create your own projects and use Kie to actually power them. And I think in a future video, I'm actually going to do that and show you how you can use Kie to power your own kind of content creation system. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the market. Now, you can see some of the things here, and first thing I want to cover is the pricing. So let's take a look at the pricing. We have them all here, but let's just separate them. So for the chat, right, you can see what the pricing is, and then their competitor is File. So if File doesn't have a pricing option, you can see that it'll be non-applicable here. All right, so this is pretty much their pricing here for the chat. And for right now, only thing they have on the chat is Gemini. The video, they have a whole bunch. So they show their pricing compared to File. They have access to Kling, Sora, OpenAI, different versions of Kling, 2.630, Wan. Because really in this space, you have a few options if you want to get access to these video generators and image generators outside of using the platform itself. A lot of people normally go with File. I personally use File as well, but Kie is also a viable option if you care more about saving a little bit of money. You can see right here they show the discount compared to File. And of course, with Grok, File doesn't offer it at all. So if you're trying to use Grok via APIs, it's going to be probably via Kie.AI or some other provider. Hailu, I may have pronounced that wrong. Gotta forgive me if I have. And of course, they got Google Veo. This price point here is outstanding. $1.25 compared to $3.20, and for 3.1 extended fast, 30 cents compared to $1.20. So 60 cents for 4K video for VO. So the pricing is already amazing here. And actually, let's just put it down to 50 so we don't have to go through all these pages, because I know it's a lot. So we have Sora. Sora is pretty expensive, but you can see here the prices per video with the generations. So talking about serious discount right here when you're using Kie.AI. So I know about 5 minutes into the video, I'm just showing you pricing. Well, that's because I want you to understand that one of the main draws that attracted me to Kie.AI to even wanting to just do this video and bring it to you is that they give you a large variety of video generators, image generators, and the pricing is really competitive. They even have access with Topaz if you want to upscale your videos, well, your images and your videos, or rather your images. 6 cents versus 8 cents. So you can see right here, the pricing is pretty competitive when you're dealing with Kie. And of course, with image, you have Z image, which still is fairly affordable as well, but they still give you a 20% discount if you go with them. So that's how competitive they're keeping it right now. Now, if you want to use Black Forest Labs Flux models, they give you range from a 33% down to a 41% discount using the API. And of course, a lot of people, including myself, love Nano Banana. Now, if you don't want to pay a sub or anything like that, you normally got to pay by the image using something like Gemini or FAL. Now, FAL charges you about 15 cents for the 1K and the 2K. You'll pay about 9 cents, which is a 40% discount for Nano Banana Pro for 1K or 2K. And pay about 12 cents for 4K images, where about FAL, it costs you about 30 cents. Assuming the pricing and everything is current for FAL. And of course, you can use Grok to do images here. So you don't need to use X if you prefer to use Grok to do your images. FAL doesn't currently offer that via API. Recraft, Ideogram is fairly competitive too. Even though Ideogram is about like 4 cents right here for remixing images. And to edit images is about 5 cents. So you have different different functions you use is gonna cost you money, because not only do they have these image and these video generators, but they have the different functions that you could use here. You can see like a Nano Banana Edit. It costs you about 4 cents using FAL, but it costs you about 2 cents using Kie. So that's just the key to just remember here, that you're getting a great deal to use these tools and some of these functions FAL doesn't even have access to, or you may not be able to find in other places like Midjourney. You can do Midjourney images here to show you the prices here. Being able to do Midjourney images for about 4 cents an image for fast. And for turbo, it costs you about 8 cents. That's amazing to get access to Midjourney. And of course, music, they do Suno. And they have 11 labs for their text-to-speech, speech-to-text functions and sound effects. And you can see the prices and everything there. So it's been about 10 minutes, and I've shown you all the pricing and why I'm just absolutely loving what Kie has to offer. But let's actually go into the platform itself and see. If you look right here in the billing fam, where we're at currently, you can see that the credits never expire. They could be used anytime, and they show you in dollar amount how much each credit is worth. So you can see right here I have 3,400 credits. You don't really need a lot, so maybe about over $15 in credits. Nothing too crazy. Don't really need a lot to really get things done. But I just want to show that they do not expire here. And I did do some things here. Well, let's just be putting money into the account. But let's actually go over to the market. And you can see here Everything that I've shown you in terms of the prices, everything's available here. And you can do pretty much all the functions here. So let's say we want to text to video only, right? So Seedance, they're going through some things right now because of whatever is going on with Hollywood and copyright and things like that. So it's not currently available right now on Kie. So hopefully it'll be coming soon so you can mess around with that for version 2.0, but they do have 1.5 here. And you can see right here, it shows you the functions that it has: text to video, image to video. So let's go to Kling 3.0 and just see everything it has to offer on how it looks. Right. So you can see right here, it's going to cost me about 300 credits to run this. In standard mode, if I want pro mode, you just got to wait. It costs you 400 credits. And that's for 10 seconds. It goes up to 15 seconds, and then it costs you about 600 credits. And then you can use your prompt right here. You have your start frame and end frame if you want to do that. If you want to add multi-shots, create multiple shots of the same video. But the total duration of all shots cannot exceed 15 minutes. So if you select that, you would just add more. You wouldn't need an end frame. It would just use multiple shots of this right here. But this was created with these right here. Let's just take a look at how it looks.
These trees will turn yellow in the month.
But they'll be green again next summer.
Are you always this optimistic?
Only about summers with you.
So you can see that's what it created with that. And of course you can download it if you wish. This right here shows the status, how well it's running. You can see right here, commercial use case. It shows the standard price in here so you understand what everything is going on. But the main thing you want to pay attention to is not just this, is this. Because whatever it's saying right here is how much it's going to charge you in your account. And of course they have additional videos right here using Kling 3.0 is pretty good. In fact, I would say it's probably number one besides Seedance. So this is just pretty much the playground. So you can come here on the platform and do your content right here. You could download it right here. If you wanted to just do everything in Kie, you could. If you wanted to just use the API, of course, they have that information here for what you need to set that up for all my developers and things like that. Let's actually go ahead and take a look at something else. So they do have Sora, and they have a few versions of Sora. They have the Sora 2 Pro, text to video and image to video, text to video and image to video, and of course they have text to video and image to video for the storyboard. So the storyboard is interesting. So you can see right here, you have these two scenes right here, scene 1 and scene 2, and you can generate it up to 25 seconds. You put your image right here if you want, portrait or landscape, and this will actually be the image to inspire the actual source. Will be the source image rather to inspire the video. So if you notice here, no watermark or anything like that. So that's Sora. And of course, that costs about 270 credits to run. And they give the option to run it in portrait or landscape. If you want to generate your Sora videos from here. And it shows you how much it costs. So 270 credits is about $1.35 per 15 to 25 second video. So make sure you're paying attention to not just here, but here, so you understand what it costs. Because remember, they run on a credit system, not just dollars. Right? You use your dollars is converted into credits. And then they show you here the credits and how much they cost in dollars, so you can understand and keep track of how much you're spending here when you're using Kie. So that's Sora. And of course, they have VO 3.1. And you can see they have different models here. So when they have different models here, you got to select the one that you want. So if you want a 4K video, you got to get your video generation task ID from a completed task, which you would get from over here. But you can see right here, the quality costs you 250 credits. You could do it in 9:16 or 16:9, or you could just choose auto. You could choose to have a seed. We all know how VO works. This is an old VO video. You can do text to video. You could do image to video. And of course, you can do reference to video, right? So you have the model right here, the outfit you want to put on the model, and the situation you want to put the model in, and you generate the prompt. Well, you put the prompt right here, and it generates the video. So you can do everything here within the platform. And of course, you definitely like when they show the credits right here, so you can see exactly how many credits you have, so you know what you're working with when you want to make these videos. Now, I don't see the option here to remove audio.
Where is everyone? What's going on?
So pretty much, when you're generating these videos, it's gonna use audio. And then if you want to extend your video, you have the options to do that here as well. And it gives you the information. So you could create your videos here, you can extend your videos here, you could do your entire content creation right here on the platform if you wish. And just be mindful to keep your eyes on the credits, how much it's costing you each time, because AI doesn't get it perfect. So that's VO. So, and they also have Grok. So Grok has a bunch of different functions here, and Grok is rather affordable. You can see right there for 480p and 720p, it doesn't cost you much, even up to 10 seconds. It costs you about 30 credits, and that's because it's 720p, so it's fairly relaxed. But honestly, you may or may not need a high quality video. And you can see right here, you have different aspect ratios that you can use. They have fun mode, normal, and spicy mode. So you can do that, all of that right here. Well, here's a sample Grok video to check out. So they have text to video, they have image to video.
Thanks. Back to work.
So you see they had the image right there. They had the prompt right here. They put it in normal mode, 6 seconds, 480p. Image to right. Sorry, with image to image. So you can take an image here and you can change the actual characters or whatever you want inside of it. So that's the Grok editing, a modification right here. And you see the prompt right here. And of course, they have the text to image. So with Grok, you can see they have the text and they have the image generator and the video generator within the same page. So you can see the video functions here and the image functions here and the upscale function is here. And you can see right here, it's going to cost you about 4 credits each time. And these are the aspect ratios. And of course, you can upscale if you want. And you can see here, it supports only Kie.AI generated task IDs. So I believe I've shown you a lot of these things here, but I haven't really demoed for you anything in terms of using it on the platform. I've just kind of just glossed over certain things and showing you things that's already been there. So I think I'm gonna create some content and just show you how it looks here. I'll use Grok because, well, it's pretty affordable right now. Well, the price is reasonable to create some content. We'll create something in 16 by 9, and we'll do a text to video, we'll do an image to video, we'll do image to image and a text to image just to demo it out, and then we'll proceed to check out some other models. So stand by, family. All right, fam, so I'm generating some content. I actually did a JSON prompt, even though when you put your prompt right here, it generates the JSON for you. So I just want to show you what it looks like when it's actually generating the content. This is how it's looking. It's going to go ahead and process that for me. 16 by 9 normal, 10 seconds, 720p. And then we're going to see how it's going to look once it's complete. Okay, fans, so let's take a look at how it came out. So you can see right there, that is our video. And if I want to download it, hit that download right there. Download successful. You can see it popped up right there. My generated video. Text to video, easy peasy. Now, let's test out the image function right here, or rather the image to video function. So we'll remove that. We'll do our image. We'll do our prompt, and then I'll come back with you with a image to video. Okay, fam, just want to show you. We have our image, and I actually went from text to image to generate it. I generated using Grok 16 by 9. I actually gave it a JSON prompt. It gave us a few images to choose from. I chose this image. You can see here. Here's the image that I selected. Here's my simple prompt. Keep everything normal, 10 seconds, 720p. And here's how it looks. Now, AI definitely doesn't get it right. So I can't imagine why our main character would be facing forward. His opponent is to the side of him, and he's drawing his weapon, and his weapon is going towards the side. That's just kind of odd right there. So that's how that came out. But I just wanted to test out the functions, and it didn't really cost too much, only 30 credits to generate something simple like this. And of course, we have the image to image function, and I think I'm going to test it out next for you, just to show you how it looks and how running everything on the platform looks. Did text to video, did image to video. Now we did text to image. Now we just want to see how the image to image works on the platform as well. So just give me 1 second, fam. And you can see right here, Grok pretty much it gave us actually 2 variations for 4 credits. So took our character, I just said same scenario, but turned the main character into a hardened female gunslinger. And here she is, pretty much looks the same in terms of the wardrobe, just now female, and we have 2 different options. So that's how you can use the actual platform to use some of these functions that you would use with a tool like Grok on something like grok.com or X. So they do have the option to upscale here. And I do, just give me 1 second, family. Okay, fam, I just needed to confirm something. So you know how it's asking for a task ID here? How do you get the task ID? Well, in order to get the task ID, you got to go to view full history. And you can see right here, you have the task ID, some of the things I did. And this is some other testing I was doing from a video that kind of went bad. So we're going to tap back in with 11 Labs soon. And it has the prompt and all the information there. So if you want to upscale or do something that requires a task ID, you go into view your history. You see how it has market and everything here. And pretty much I can just copy my task ID. And I believe it's for text to image, image to video. You can go back. You can go to upscale. We'll paste it in. So the output type is video. So it's gonna, it seems to say output type is video. Okay, so Grok Imagine. Okay, it's from 360p to 720p. So since my video was already 720p, there's no need to actually use this function. But you can go to text to video. I could see, well, no, it's pretty much gonna be like paying 20 anyway. So if you already had a video that was like lower quality, but since I already have something that's 720p, is no need to actually upscale my video. But honestly, it doesn't make sense because in the text to video, it costs you 20 credits to do a 720p anyway. So let's say you did a video for 480p, it costs you 10 credits. You're just gonna pay another 10 credits to upscale it if you change your mind and just want to make it higher quality. So you would then go into your history to get the actual task ID to do that. But let's not stay too long on that. I showed you some of the functions just using Grok, but pretty much it can be applied to any one of these platforms or any one of these tools. They all have their own unique instructions, and to get the task ID, you got to go view the history for anything that's asking for that. But those are the text to video, image to video. Get rid of that. So the text to video and the image to image and the image editing is all available here. You can do it. You can see here, Z image is pretty popular because it's rather affordable. You can see right here 0.8 credits, and the aspect ratios are right here. Image looks pretty good. So honestly, if you wanted to generate a whole bunch of images for a fairly low price, probably Z image is the way to go. Give me 1 second. So you can see here, I used a simple prompt right here. Man in comfortable clothes sitting in his home office midday. And I apologize for the barking family. And it didn't take that long to generate, and the quality is outstanding in my opinion. It costs about 0.8 credits to run this. So it's the most affordable option generally known for images, and on Kie, you could generate it right here, or you could use the API and use it in whatever platform you're using with the API to generate your images. But definitely recommend Kie if you're looking for extreme affordability, less than a penny for your images here. So that is Kie, or rather that is Z image. But you can see right here, you have Nano Banana V1 and you have Nano Banana Pro. I just want to show you the platforms here and what they offer. So Nano Banana costs you about 9 cents for 1K, 2K, and 12 cents for 4K. So this is below, like way below official pricing. Like if you wanted to use Gemini or something like that on any other platform, like, so the pricing is extremely affordable. Like if you have a lot of content you want to create using Nano Banana, and then you have all these options here for your aspect ratios. You can do text to image or use an image reference right here if you wish on the platform. I apologize for the barking. So that's Nano Banana. You see they have Grok, they have GPT Image 1.5 and Seedream 4.5. It's also a top-notch image generator. And you can see right here, costs you about 3 cents for text to image. and they do have editing functions. Like if you wanted to just change something in the image, you can see right here how it's metallic and how it just turned from metallic to sort of like liquid. And while even changing it to high quality, doesn't seem like it changes the actual, doesn't seem like it changes the price. So 90% below official price, so extremely affordable when you're using Seedream to create your images. Yeah, basic and high quality seems to run for the same price. You can see right here. If it did differ, it would say it would change or it would show it up here. But you can see here, pretty much 6.5 credits for text to image, or if you want to do your any editing, it's gonna cost you about a little over 3 cents. I apologize for the barking fan. So you can see right here, we go head back. 1 second, family. Okay, fam, so I apologize for that. Now, I've showed you a little bit of the image functions that you could do here on the platform. Just get out of that. The last thing I want to show you is the actual audio functions. So you go to text to music, you can see they say they're using Suno, or something along those lines. And one thing I do gotta let you know that is that they do have the README and everything here. I know I kind of just been zooming through the videos, but for each one of these tools, they do have the README that you can scroll down and get more details on the specific for each tool, including the facts. So I just want to let you know that that's made available for you. Well, let's go ahead and jump into what they give you. So you can see here you have all the functions from just general, extending, right? And the audio ID you would get from your history, replacing sections, boosting, creating a cover. You would just take your own music and put in a task ID. And you can see right here, creating a cover is free. You can add vocals. You can separate vocals. So if you wanted to do stem separation, you can actually do that on the platform. You could generate MIDIs. You could generate personas. You can do mashups. Create music videos as well. You can upload and extend audio, upload and cover audio, instrumental, and of course you can convert to wave format. Because when you generate the music here using the Kie.AI music, it comes out as waves when you download it. So let's just say we wanted to generate a instrumental. Let's go with smooth jazz. A smooth jazz instrumental. But you know me, fam, I'm gonna pull up Suno prompt improver. There we go. You can see right here. And we can run for 12 credits. I'm just gonna go ahead and generate that, and then we're gonna hear how it actually sounds. So stand by, fam. Okay, fam, they finished generating, I believe. So let's go ahead and hear how they sound. Well, they're still generating. That's first track. So you can see right there, you can download them if you want. You can see right there, it downloads as an MP3, and it costs you about 6 cents for each generation for 2 songs. So I'm not going to go over each of these particular functions here, but you can download your individual tracks, and it is going to cost you 6 cents each time. So if we go back over here in text to music, if we do the speech to text and the text to speech and the audio to audio, you can see that they're using the 11 Labs API to handle all these functions right here. So they have audio isolation, speech to text, text to speech, sound effects, and of course text to dialogue.
Unlock powerful API with Kie.AI. Affordable, scalable API integration, free trial playground, and secure, reliable performance.
So that's the example voice they have here. And you can see they have all these different voice options here.
All right, lads. Now we got a proper northern accent for you. Not like these other southern fairies on here. You'll absolutely love it.
Can you believe it? Dream Tonics is on top form tonight. The fullback doubles back and shoots up the field.
That one. Let's run with that one. Football announcer. But you can see here. That generated quick.
Unlock powerful API with Kie.AI. Affordable, scalable API integration, free trial playground, and secure, reliable performance. Unlock.
You can see right here within this function, that is the turbo. And of course, they have the text to speech multilingual. And of course, you can adjust the speed, the exaggerations, and things like that. You can choose whether you want timestamps. Of course, they have examples here. And of course, they have the README here. If you ever get lost or just need some guidance, you can always refer to the README. But that is the text to speech function. And the last thing I want to show you, all right, because maybe I'll cover down and do some videos covering each of these individual functions, because I don't want to make the video too long because we're coming up on 30 minutes. Is they do have the regular chat function if you just wanted to use Gemini. I know Gemini 3.1 just came out. So it shows right here, right? The price is for 100 credits, 1 million tokens, about 50 cents. Output is 700 credits. 1 million tokens, about $3.50. It's saying it's about 70 to 75% cheaper than official pricing. And here are the options you have here. You search with Google, thinking, and you can't really adjust the model here, but you can adjust the memory. But there is an increased token usage when you use memory. So you just got to keep that in mind. And that actually makes sense. But I believe I've shown you everything I wanted to show you in this introduction video, really, to Kie.AI. I know it kind of breezed over certain things and certain tools I didn't really cover, like, you know, your Midjourneys and things like that. They do have it here. Just want you to know, show the pricing. They do have Midjourney. You can see it's right here. But overall, my thoughts and opinion on Kie.AI is that it's an affordable option. If you're already using File.ai, it's great to have another option so you don't put all your eggs in one basket. Prices change, business models change. You just want to make sure that you remain flexible, especially if you're creating content for whatever your needs is, whether it be personal or business. I definitely recommend you check out Kie.AI. There'll be a link in the description below and the pinned comment if you want to check it out. Definitely recommend you check that out. Definitely recommend you check out SheetWiz, the previous video I did, which featured this tool. But with that being said, I'm going to end the video right here. And this is Brian, the introverted marketer. And it ain't hard to tell, it's simple. I'm going to catch you on the next video, family. Peace.